you guys were pitching the series to STARZ, how did you exactly describe what the aesthetic and the mood, that you wanted to bring to this network?
I always described it as a crime drama, and I said it was not a whodunit. We know whodunit. We want to see, it's really about these characters and how they intersect, and and I always said, like, I don't like a slow, moody, kind of boring crime drama, like pretentious. Like, I want it to be funny and fast and sexy and violent and just go, and nothing sort of plodding. So that's how I sold it, and I hopefully achieved that.
Yeah, you got that within the first 10 minutes. I want to know what that audition process was like when you were in the room with Gary and Rebecca.
Yeah, that was a hilarious day for me because I felt so connected to this role. The language that Rebecca uses, the literal text, it was something that I understood. I felt it within me, and I knew that I had to be a part of it. And I don't know if she'll tell this story, but I auditioned, and at the end of the audition, I started to walk away. I started to go back to my car, and Rebecca and Christiane Reed and Gary are with me. And I turned to them and I said, listen, you can hire whoever you want in this role. It's your show, you can hire whoever you want. I said, but I'm Jack. And then I left. Then I got in my car and I was like, oh, shoot, that might have been a little too cocky. I'm never gonna get the part. And then they called me within like hours. Jackie is a tough lady who uses sex, drugs, and rock and roll to deal with her pain. I think she's a girl who kind of is stumbling through the world and trying to figure out who she is. But in trying to figure out who she is, she's falling on her face a lot and hurting from her addiction. But when she finds this body on the beach, she finds some kind of purpose, and it starts to fill the hole inside of her. And I think the story that we see for Jackie in Hightown is a story of her own redemption.
Ray frightened me because he's very flawed, and Ray is obnoxious, and he's selfish, he's brash, he's too cocky. There's all these things about him that are not likable. But I'm the actor who has to go do that, so I got to bring out that side of me. There's also a side to him that I think is a vulnerable, normal human being. He just doesn't show that a lot. But when you're asked to go to work every day and show the unlikable side of you, that's in some ways that's a lot of fun.
So Renee is a survivor. She's an ex-addict. She met Frankie young and was kind of brought into his world. They have a 5-year-old son together, and first and foremost, I say she's a mother, and ultimately a single mother right now. The father of her child's in prison, and she's surviving in any way she knows how.
I say he's misunderstood because I keep saying that nobody wants to be a villain. Nobody's born a villain. Circumstances are thrown at you through life, and you become what you become. And I love the relationship that he has with Renee. It's like a Bonnie and Clyde. They're partners in crime, but ultimately they're a family. Dysfunctional one, but a beautiful family.
Junior's a lobster fisherman on the Cape. He has a relationship with a woman that he loves very much, who is also the mother of his daughter. And he's trying to reunite with them and trying to make a life for them, really. And his work as a fisherman doesn't quite give them the life that he wants to give them. So he is resorting to other means of making it financially stable for them.
I want you each to use one word to describe the feel of Hightown.
Well, there's so many words I want to choose, but I think I'm going to go with redemption.
I'm going to go with dangerous.
I'm going to go with sacrifices.
Dohn?
Sleazy. Sleazy. In so many ways.
And Atkins?
I'm going to say humanity.
Ooh, I like that.
Sleazy humanity.
I want you to describe to the audience what they can expect from Hightown, because it's not your everyday crime series at all.
No, it's not. I'm glad you said that. This is Jerry Bruckheimer has done a lot of great TV series, but this is the first time it's a character-driven show. It's not a procedural. It's not a crime drama. It's something else. It's this sexy, gritty fable, this yarn, and the story we're telling is not a true story, but it very, very easily could be. And I think people will recognize themselves in these characters and recognize their friends and their families in these characters, and also put in the circumstance and the setting of the opioid epidemic. I think it adds another level of realism.
Hightown premieres on STARZ on May 17th. Everyone, and please go watch it. James, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.